Welcome back to the Stoic Journey, where timeless philosophy meets today's challenges with clarity and courage. Let's begin with a truth that cuts through the noise of our modern lives. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. It's not the applause that makes a life worthy, but the quiet integrity lived when no one is watching. Real honor isn't handed to you, it's earned. Moment by moment, through choices no one sees. Every now and then, choose discomfort, eat simply, wear rough clothes, sleep on the floor, then ask yourself, is this what I used to fear? Comfort, it turns out, can make us soft, but voluntary hardship? That's where strength is built. Worry is natural, but it should drive action, not despair. Concern should be fuel, not chains. No man is free who cannot control himself. Self-mastery is the foundation of freedom. If you can't command yourself, you'll always be a servant to habits, to urges, to moods. He who is not a good servant will never be a good master. Service, humility, and discipline. These shape the kind of leader worth following. The worthless live only to eat and drink. The wise? They eat and drink so they can live well. There is a difference between surviving and living purposefully. Imagine this: a version of yourself. Stronger, wiser, more grounded. A model of who you want to be. Now live your days in pursuit of that version, not just in public, but especially when you're alone. We postpone life, thinking there will be more time. But while we delay, time escapes quietly. We guard our money with vigilance, yet spend time, the most valuable currency, with reckless abandon. Suffering becomes beautiful when born with cheerfulness, not out of ignorance, but out of greatness of mind. Pain is inevitable, but what if bearing it with grace is what gives life its beauty? To live well is to live in agreement with nature, not just outer nature, but your inner nature. The masses will never understand those who see beyond the shadows of culture. Those who question the illusions are often ridiculed, but those are the ones shaping new worlds. Character is destiny. Virtue doesn't just promise happiness. It brings prosperity, peace, and progress, inward and outward. So let us postpone nothing. Settle life's accounts each day. The one who finishes each day with nothing left unsaid, undone, or unfaced, never runs short on time. Greatness is built not by multitasking, but by alignment. Do one thing. Do it well. Do it with full attention. At the right time. With the gifts that are uniquely yours. That's when work becomes more than labor, it becomes art. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Character isn't built overnight, it's carved day by day. Like water shaping stone, patiently, repeatedly. That's how excellence is born. The unexamined life is not worth living. Invention doesn't come by accident. It comes from focus, from the long hours no one claps for. The quiet work that becomes a breakthrough. In our darkest moments, we must focus to see the light. The ideal person doesn't wait for life to be perfect. He carries dignity through every storm, making the most of what is. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. What matters most isn't what's etched into marble monuments, it's what's woven into the hearts of others. What legacy do you leave behind in their story? The secret to happiness isn't having more, but learning to enjoy less. Simplicity doesn't shrink life, it expands appreciation. Nothing meaningful is ever done without courage. Courage is the greatest quality of the mind. Next to honor, people can either feed your growth or poison it. Choose wisely. Plato said, people are like dirt. They can either nourish you or stunt your growth. We forgive children who fear the dark. But what about adults who fear the light? Who run from truth, honesty, growth? Employ your time in improving yourself by reading the writings of others. Why struggle blindly when others have already left maps? The only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. Humility is the starting point of wisdom. Moral excellence is formed through repeated action. We become brave by acting bravely. We become just by doing just acts. Habits form identity. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Beware the trap of being busy for the sake of busyness. It's not the volume of tasks, it's the value they bring. No man has the right to be an amateur in matters of physical training. Your body is your instrument. Let it show you what strength, beauty, and movement it's capable of, before it's too late. It's not about living long. It's about living rightly. If these words stirred something in you, share them. Let them ripple outward. Like, subscribe, and keep walking the path toward your better self. This is the Stoic Junie, ancient wisdom, modern strength.